the feeling I have right now and what many people and many Kenyans are looking at is that we are behaving recklessly. I really want to sympathize with my brother KJ because, you know, KJ is very difficult to defend government. But at the same time, I know it's very difficult to talk about colleagues. The truth is, Ayub, and I've heard the argument that KJ has really tried to make, and that is that people are changing, the standard is lower, and therefore you expect this behavior because the world is changing, and therefore the behavior of these people. No. Farah Maalim has been around this legislation in Parliament for the last 20 years. He's been with me. He's been a speaker. I mean, Joho has been one of the most senior politicians in Kenya. He's been a governor. All right, I may excuse Oscar Sudi because he hasn't been there long enough for this. Kamket has been there from the time I joined Parliament. So you are looking at old hands getting into the old habits, which are the habits where some people believe that whatever you say in our country and whoever you say it to, both ways, whether it's from us in the opposition and what we say about the people we disagree with, or whether it's those who are in government and how they talk about us. When we are, like now, there's a broad-based government. I have not seen government really being critical to the political lines. I mean, now I find my brother Kaluma saying how being in the broad-based government is sweet. And he is willing to shop in his shop, which has been opened. And some of us who are on the other side can wait for as long as until the owners of the shop are able to open for us those shops so that we can trade and pick stuff from there. The insensitivity of leadership, Ayub, is what is shocking me. That people don't understand that we are in a cyclical system right now, a political cyclical system, where we have the opposition which is working with government. We have some of us in the opposition who disagree with some of the things happening in government. You are caught in between trying to be an honest Democrat who's going to tell government what the issues are. Government feels you are being too harsh on it because you shouldn't. After all, government is doing well. And therefore, if you are criticizing government, you are seen as a subversive. All right, then you have taken the youth and you have demonized them, and here you are now either abducting, killing, or chasing after them because you are saying they're too harsh on the government, and in fact they're being personal against the president. That's not what Kenya's problem is. We are dealing with the symptoms of the problem of Kenya. We should be dealing with the disease of Kenya. I want Kamket to tell me, how can we stop cattle rustling in Samburu than those areas where he comes from, where he has the experience and he knows what we can do? That is what I expect him to tell me about. That is what I expect him to tell the president. I expect Joho to be telling the president about blue economy or its minerals and gold. He should be telling. I expected my minister Joho by now to have told us what the Kenyan mineral policy is, what the government intends to achieve in the next 1 or 2 years. And now what do you have? A minister of the government who takes a loudspeaker and he starts pontificating politics instead of talking about policy.
All right.
So we are mixed up. The only part I agree with KJ is that we are mixed up where leaders who are supposed to be the guardians and the mentors of the young generation so that they can see that the country has a problem, yes, but you handle it differently, that we have challenges and we need to talk about them. It is now declaration of war. So you have two groups of people, those who are fighting for their interests and whichever interest, and those who are fighting against those interests. And right now, the way it looks, the political class is fighting Kenyan people.
Okay.